Make sure you go and check out carmarshall.com. Over 100,000 new and used cars from dealers. You shop, you see what you like, negotiate prices, and get you a very good deal. What's going on, people? I want to talk about the situation between August Alsina and Jada Pinkett. I've been meaning to get to this for the last couple of days now, but I'm getting to it now. But I want to speak on the marriage aspect of it and the fact that there may have been a situation between August Alsina and Jada Pinkett Smith. And for those of you who don't know, Jada Pinkett Smith is married. But I will say this though. On Jada Pinkett's Red Table Talk, she basically alluded to how her and Will don't really go by the marriage label, which means that you leave a gray area. And that gray area may have been August Alsina and could be Will doing his own thing as well. It's kind of like don't ask, don't tell, And I think this may have been going on because August did a remix to Nunya, right? And he released a lyric video of text messages, right? Between him and a person by the name of Corn. And through the research and investigations of certain people, they said they brought the connection to Corn with Jada because her middle name is Corn. And also, I believe she goes by that name of her band. So people were able to put that together. Also, the fact that, August has been on her show. August has been basically a part of the family. They've gotten really close and they may have had something going on with each other. And I want people to understand that, women do step out of the marriage as well. It ain't just the men. Some people are having a hard time wanting to believe this. I can believe something went on. Now, when you look at this, it seems to me that August is still a bit in his feelings, maybe because they may have had something going on and she was able to move on from it, but he wasn't. And what's very interesting about this is I believe August Alsina took her mother out on a date. I think he actually went on a date with Jada's mother. And if y'all seen Jada's mother, she looks very good for her age. And you know what I'm saying? I mean, you just go look at pictures of her. That's all I would say. She's also on the Red Table Talk with Jada. Both of them look like sisters, That's that melanin, like, don't crack. Anyway. He does this lyric video to this song. Okay? And this whole thing to me just seems like a way to promote music, but also is a way of art imitating life, or life imitating art, whichever you want to go with it. That's fine. When we're inspired by something that's going on in our personal lives, we tend to put it into whatever we're doing. I make videos and I become inspired by certain things that's going on to make content. That's how I was when I first started making videos. Not as much anymore because at the time I had a lot on my mind, but I can believe this because married women do step out. Married women be having side dudes. Married women be having dudes that they mess around with, and I don't know why people would think that it's out of the realm of possibility that this could happen, because it's not. Women do this. Women date outside of marriages all the time. They do that. And what I want to know is this. August Alsina knows that people are going to put two and two together. When you have social media and you have Google, people will be able to put two and two together. They will also go to Instagram pages and see if you're still following that person on social media. Now, they first really got connected to each other when he went on her show and he spoke about how they first really got into contact with each other like that, because he was going through his addictions and she contacted him. She was very tearful, emotional, and he said it had an effect on him for him to want to change, and that was the part about him being on her show. Jada also talked about her sex addiction. which I really didn't know until recently that she had that, you know, which is very interesting that she's been married to Will for all these years and she had this addiction. I wonder when she was able to overcome that, you know, addiction. But anyway, I think that because August was going through a tough time in his life, I think that she was able to fill that void that he had of somebody who can emotionally comfort him. You know, a woman who's older, almost like a mother mentor-y figure, you know? And I think an attraction may have grown because she was very, you know, comforting to him, and also somebody who was there for him, you know? And people don't know that has an effect on men. When a woman is able to come into your life during a very tough time, and she's there to be there for you, to give you that shoulder to cry on, to be that person who brings the emotion, the logic, to be able to basically speak to you and put you in a good mood and a good mindset. You know, who's able to comfort you. You know, when you just, because us men, we go through things too. We don't always talk about it, but there's a lot that we go through. And when there's a woman who's able to come into our life and they're able to step in and be there for us, that has an effect on us to where we grow an attachment to that person. And I think August grew an attachment to Jada, because when you listen to Jada talk, she speaks so softly and calmly, you know. And when you're around somebody like that, that actually shows care towards you, you grow that attachment. I think August grew that attachment. You know, again, I told you he took out her, you know, he dated her mother. So there could be that older woman spirit, you know. Somebody said that maybe she put that MILF thing on him. You know, older women can do that. You know, for a long time I've always liked older women who are a little older than me, not too much older, but a little older than me, than younger women, because a lot of younger women, you know, growing up and still to this day are not very mature. You know, they're not very mature. They're ruining themselves before they even get started in life. You know, they have their thinking of what they think a man is. They're not thinking about relationships like that, except for, you know, casual, you know, short-term relationships, or they're just dealing with the same dudes over and over and over until they realize once they've gotten older that they won't change. But, you know, I think August, you know, don't really know much about his background as far as his parenting and whatnot, but I do know that sometimes the right person come into your life and they can make an effect on you, whether they're married or not. Now, I don't know. I don't have 100% proof that they mess around, but I can believe that something happened, because what Jada has said about how the marriage has no labels leads me to believe that she has probably stepped out a couple times. There was a rumor that Will Smith walked in on her with another guy. You know, there was a rumor about that. Now, you got to remember, she was a smashing addict. Okay. She liked, you know, getting smashed, and, you know, and she was addicted to that. And that could play a part in this whole dynamic. I feel like, I honestly though, even though Jada has said that the marriage doesn't have any labels, I would still tell August, don't go there, bro. Don't go there, bro. Don't mess around with this older MILF, this married woman, because she might put that magical box on you. Will has been with her for a long time. You know, she already has that calm, feminine demeanor, and that's a recipe to mess up a dude's head, especially a guy who mentally has been going through things. But once again, this could be promotion for him. This could be a way for him to put something out there, and, you know, for people to say, oh my God, what's going on with August Alsina? Let's go Google him. Let's go to his IG. Let's follow him on Twitter. You know, let's look back at some of his old songs and see if he was referring to Jada. This could be a big marketing thing, but I think it's a little bit more personal than that, you know, because maybe she moved on to another guy. Maybe there's another side dude who she's enamored with, and maybe she, you know, pushed August Alsina to the side, and maybe he didn't like that. That's why you got to be careful with these cougars, man. Especially when they're married, man. These women who are married, man, they're not looking, especially they've been married as long as Jada has been married to Will, and they have some sort of understanding in that marriage. She's not leaving him. And if August thought that she was going to leave Will Smith for her, but for him, then this guy was way more delusional than I or anybody else thought. She's never leaving Will unless Will leaves her. Okay? She's comfortable in that marriage. Will lets her do what she wants to do. Okay? He supports whatever she wants to do. You know, and I think that maybe August in his mind thought that she would leave Will for him, and it never manifested. And maybe to this day it's still under his skin. He's never gotten over it. Maybe she just sees him now as a friend. Maybe she doesn't want to have any type of relations with him like that. And maybe that still bothers him. But you have to understand, when you're taking the role of a side dude, if you're just sleeping with these women, you can't develop no feelings, man. No feelings whatsoever. Don't get feelings, okay, for women who are already tied to somebody, and they've been tied to somebody for a long time. And I think the one thing that August Alsina probably, in his mind, he felt like because he was in the entertainment industry, you know, he's doing, that's well for himself, that he felt like maybe, just maybe, she would leave Will for him, and that didn't manifest. And I think, and still it bothers him to this day. But, you know, those are just my thoughts. You let me know what you think in the comment section below, and let me know what you think.